Today we are ranking my Little Simz vinyl. I'm going to show you all of my vinyl, plus I'm going to rank them from the worst to the best. Stay tuned for a little unboxing of one of these records. Let's get going. Okay, so in last place we have this copy of Drop 6, which was her sort of EP that she released in 2020. This is sort of an underrated album in my opinion. I think at the time with the pandemic and everything, it didn't get as much love, but songs like Might Bang, Might Not, One Life Might Live are really, really good. And they also feel like really unique to this album. Like I feel like they could just feel like offcuts from Grey Area or like teasers for Simbi, but they actually feel really unique. It folds out, really cool, like really minimal artwork. Has a lot of words there. This is in the moment you've all been waiting for. Opaque blue, which matches the cover. I love that it matches the cover. I think for me, the reason this is my least favorite is because I don't really like opaque vinyl. I kind of like it to just be one color. Really, really like this album. Also, I think a couple of the tracks aren't on Spotify anymore, which kind of gives it an advantage having it on vinyl because I can listen to them whenever I like, which is definitely one thing that is like great about having vinyl, is that if things change on streaming platforms, you have a copy of it somewhere. Drop 6 in last place, sit on this list. Next up is Grey Area, her 2019 album, which I'm pretty sure was also her debut. What an incredible album. I think this is like what really drew me towards her, and I have like listened to her earlier works now, but Grey Area was definitely the album where I was like, this girl is special. I picked this up in Record Store Day. I want to say in 2019. I went to Rough Trade in Bristol. I was quite late, and so I couldn't really get anything that I was really after, but I saw this on the way out and I was like, oh, I really like that record, I'm gonna pick it up. Then when I got it home, I realized that it was on white vinyl, which is so nice. Like it's literally just crystal, I was about to say crystal clear, but it's definitely not. It's just white vinyl, but it looks so crispy and clean. The one thing about this is it does show dirt. Like I'm looking at it now, it's pretty dirty on one side, so I need to give it a clean. But yeah, Grey Area is a fantastic album. Tracks like Venom, banger, 101 FM, just an absolute banger of a track. She played a lot of this when I saw her live 2 years ago now. That is incredible. It was just so good to hear all of these tracks brought to life, and incredible delivery on them. Love this one of my favorites. Next up is this copy of Sometimes I Might Be Introvert, aka Simbi. Didn't know, that's also her name. Signed by Little Simz, as you can see there. This is sick. I can't even remember where I got this. I just remember at the time, I think it might have been a Webster. I remember at the time looking for as many copies as this as I could get, and I found this one, which is on red vinyl, red opaque. But I think the fact that it's signed kind of raises it on the list here. Love this album. I think this is slowly turning into like a UK classic for me. And it should kind of be reaching that territory of rap classic. Like, I don't know why UK rap is so overlooked. Regardless, this is such a beautiful album. The flow is magnificent. The story from beginning to end is amazing. Her delivery on this one, the production, everything about it. I literally love this album so much. And to be honest, when I ordered this, I didn't even know that it was gonna be one of those albums to me, but luckily enough it developed into just such a classic. It really is a classic. Beautiful album. If you're enjoying the video, give it a like and make sure you subscribe as well to see more music related content, more vinyl related content, and much more. I'm trying to create a community of like-minded vinyl and music lovers who just want a like chilled conversation about music. So if that resonates with you, make sure you give a little subscribe to the boy over here. My top 3 is so difficult. In at number 3 is this Japanese copy of Sometimes I Might Be Introvert. This is from Assai Records, which is based in Edinburgh. They do like limited edition releases of certain albums. This was one of them that got that treatment 2 years ago. It is one of 200, as you can see. I love the Obi strip. It looks beautiful, really goes with the album. I just love everything about this, and I'm keeping keeping it fresh as I can because I don't know, I've got other copies of this album. I want to have one that I just keep and like frame potentially because it's such a good album. So that is why this one is still in the plastic. Really rare as well. 1 or 200 is sick. I mean, I've had other albums that are signed by Little Simz, so I don't know. I've got a weird feeling that this might be signed on the inside as well, but usually they sign it on the OB strip, so maybe I'm wrong there. One of my favorite versions. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you both of them, right? Because there's actually one I haven't opened. Another copy of Simbi, surprise, surprise, which is on a cool colorway, which I won't show you yet. And then there's this, which is unopened, which I'll open in front of you now. A copy of her 2022 album, No Thank You, which kind of came out of nowhere. A few websites dropped different copies of this, and I was lucky enough to get a few. I've sold one of them, and I've got one listed on my Discogs, which is a clear cover, which you can have a look at in the link below if you'd like to purchase that. But yeah, beautiful album cover, such a great record. I'd say the one thing about this album is how it kind of feels like the B-side to Simbi. I don't think it's particularly like groundbreaking in the way that Simbi was. It is still just a brilliant album. This I love as well, how it opens at the back like an envelope. That is so unique. We've got 2 records here. This is my first ever reaction to this. Bang. Wow, that is so unique. Look at that. That is crazy. I totally forgot what this was, but that is amazing. That looks so beautiful. And I love the white with the splatter. That is so cool. Wow, that is awesome. This makes this decision even more tough. The quality feels so good as well, by the way. This one was actually from, I forget the name of the store, but it was an exclusive colorway to their website. Brilliant album. I'd say it's my 3rd favorite Little Simz album. First has got to be Simbi, second is Grey Area, and third this, but this is still a really good project. And what I'm comparing it to is this here, which is a split vinyl, yellow and black, and this is Sometimes I Might Be Introvert. I love how the yellow kind of goes with the album. Oh man, this is so difficult. This is just, it looks class on a turntable, but I think this is my 2nd favorite. And then I think that my most favorite is this one here, this white and sort of blue, light blue splatter. I think this is just so unique and so beautiful. Just such a nice vinyl. And it's cool to actually finally open it. So this is my favorite Little Simz vinyl.